Alright guys, today is demo day. Our backyard as we once knew it is now officially gone. Yo, what up, Triplett family? You guys been rocking with us for a long time. We just bought our dream house and we did a lot of renovation. So this is what our backyard used to look like. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special, just a backyard. It was kind of small for us as well. We had some of those IKEA tile that we put down just kind of make it work. But we're picking that up. It's time to move on to bigger and better things. Got it all out. Now this is demo. We're taking away some of the old pavers, breaking up the concrete, getting rid of all of that. Demo can be very expensive, so if you can get someone to break it all up and haul it away, throw it away, you'll save a lot of money. This is our original deck, the existing deck. It was kind of falling apart. You see the wood rails and things like that. It was a lot of water damage there. Our new deck is going to be really dope. I cannot wait to show you guys some before and after transitions. Stay tuned on my Instagram for all that. Man, our backyard was so small, we couldn't really do what we wanted to do. The idea that we have is really amazing. We're trying to build a deck, a balcony, redo the ground level, add a pool. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. As you see, they're measuring right now for the excavation process. They have to go at least 6 feet into the earth and put concrete and rebar so that we have a lot of support for this deck. We made a joke that the foundation for this deck should be able to hold up an entire freeway. We're gonna see. We're gonna test that theory. Oh my goodness, our backyard looks a mess. Cinnamon don't even know what to do. She's like, where do I pee? Where's my grass? But this is the growing pains of construction. You have to see to the end, see through all the crazy debris, dirt piles, and mud, get through it. So here, guys, some of the holes have been dug. You can see that one is about 4 feet deep. They're starting to deface the house, taking the stucco away and getting to the shear wall. The shear wall is the plywood there, those sections that kind of keep the house together, and this is how they did it. And you can see in the hyperlapse video how that process went. It's a very messy process, but again, you can save a lot of money. If you can hire a crew to do this and haul it away, you'll save a lot of money. Alright guys, it's time to check out the progress of the construction. They've been working all day. It'll be my first time coming out here. I assume it's gonna be crazy back here. That's what I assume. Look at this. We got a big old trash bin. It's been sitting in our driveway for a long time. This is gonna get all the debris out of there. Our ceiling is gone. You can see the joist of the old deck. It looks really crazy, and I cannot wait to update this. It's gonna be awesome. Right there, you can see where the sliding door is gonna go for the glass. One thing I like about this team is they were really good with making sure things were safe when they were gone. They'll come.
Later.
Alright, what up guys? We got another day of demo. Right now it looks like they're getting to our existing balcony, which means they have to kind of get rid of what was already there, the stucco, the rails, because all that's going to be redone and match the new deck, which I'm very excited about. Well, because this is so windy right now, I'm going to explain to you guys what's happening. This bin is full of more stucco debris. We're loading up more railings from our existing deck. If you go to the backyard right now, you're going to see where we are. The existing deck is literally bare. They ripped the railings off, which is a hazard, but they blocked it off. I had my container sitting out in the sun, and the sun baked it and literally made it so brittle. So if you were to leave that door out of my kitchen, you will fall directly down because there's no floor there. Right here, they're still digging. It needs to be 6 feet. They're probably about 4 feet right now. Again, measure twice. That way you do not make a mistake with something like this, especially when you're following blueprints. It needs to be perfect every single time. They're using a lot of string lines to make sure things are straight They are measuring multiple times throughout the process. Right now we're doing demo on a bathroom. We are replacing it with a sink to wash the girl's hair, like a shampoo station. One thing about us is we find projects to do. This is something my wife begged me to do. She wanted to do a shampoo sink or salon for the girls. She got tired of going in the shower and washing their hair and getting wet throughout the process. So she was like, how about we get a salon shampoo sink in your bathroom since you don't use it? So the space in my man cave in my recording studio now has a bathroom with a shampoo sink.
We figured out the other one called this.
Perfect. Okay.
And then you can pick it up. Those other one over there.
Perfect. All right, guys. We're also in the backyard, as you know. We just got some of the rebars done for the steel post. It's gonna go 6 feet into the earth. They've already dug the holes, excavated the entire backyard. As you see, the backside of my house and all the stucco is bare and ready to go. That right there was the existing balcony, but they had to bring that out because we're gonna be adding stairs. Let's kind of get a closer look. As you see, that cage right there is really massive. That's gonna go right into this big hole there. It's gonna be filled up with concrete. You have some of these adobes, which prevents the rebar from sinking further into the earth. It's really cool. I learned a lot throughout this process. I cannot wait for you guys again to see the finished result, because we're living in the finished result. So I can see the foresight, but stay tuned because I'm gonna have, probably 8 or 9 of these videos just showing you the process. So it's a lot to learn, a lot to see. The before and after is gonna be remarkable. Just stick with us. These guys are inside the hole now. You can see how deep it is. They're still measuring. They got the string lines. They're getting ready to prepare the concrete as well. All right, we are demoed. This is the base. This is gonna have some arcade games, a sofa instead of this table. I really wanted a conference room, but it won't work. Back to the yard. You can see the rebars formed. They are placed inside each hole. They're pretty much ready for the next step, which is concrete. They had a little trouble getting this one in, but don't worry, they made a way. So here's a bad review for these people. They came all the way to my house. Wanted them to empty my septic tank. The guy acted like he didn't know what he was doing, so nothing happened with the septic tank. Thankfully, we didn't really need to service it. It was just something we were paranoid about. But yeah, big thumbs down to that company. Do not call them. So along with the bathroom being redone with the shampoo sink, I decided to finish painting my lobby in my studio. I painted most of it, but I didn't do that side. So I hired this guy. I was like, hey, you're here, you're painting the bathroom, you might as well paint the rest of it as well. All right, so this wall is done right here. So now it goes all the way from there. I'm gonna actually put this sound diffuser right here just because it's art at this point. We're gonna have a TV there. Paint goes all the way to that side. So now it all kind of flows together. And then in here, we're getting there. This cabinet is a little higher than I wanted. We're gonna bring it down to this tape mark and get y'all some light. So we're gonna bring that down to the tape mark, and then we're gonna have this mirror above the sink. We're gonna paint this wall a different color. It's gonna be our accent wall. We have some new fixtures for the shower. Man, this stuff adds up quick. Once you do one thing, you're like, oh, I gotta do this too. Because you paint, you need new hardware. Get new hardware, you need this, you need that. It adds up.
Thousands of tears later.
So right here, you can see the concrete is poured, guys. We have our footings, the metal is in there. We have screws sticking out of where the stairs gonna be for the bottom. We have a few more under the cover. Like I said, they like to cover things up so it's not a tripping hazard. That is poured up into the level of where the footing will begin. That way the post can sit right on top and it has a sturdy foundation. We had, I believe, about 7 of these total, whereas 4 or 5 of them had to go 6 feet and a couple had to go 4 feet. All right, what up, guys? So we finished demo excavation. We moved on to foundation. They did some pouring. Concrete is dried in certain areas. Let's check it out. I'm liking how this looks. You can see that the box is done. The concrete is formed into a nice little cube. It's really satisfying for my OCD. So one thing about these cubes that you'll never know, these footings, is that they go 6 feet into the ground, man. That's one thing that's really cool. But it's just a nice, presentable look. The stair is ready. it's gonna be cool having the stairs go all the way up to our new deck. We had to worry about plumbing and electrical and stuff like that. That was something that was unexpected for us. We didn't plan that far, but you'll see when we get to that point. All right, guys, we are back for another day. They're in there getting stuff ready for the steel. This guy is a steel engineer, fabricates steel. We have a lot of steel needed for this foundation. We starting to look like something here. All right, today they dropped off a lot of the materials. These beams right here are huge. And this would be a part of the wood framing. It is composited wood, so it's pressed together. They say this stuff is super strong. Can hold up the house for a long time. Let's check out the back. Looks a lot cleaner than that first day of excavation and all the pavers and dirt mounds, everything. But they delivered our lumber, so we have it. We're ready to start the next level, and that's very exciting. You can see all this wood is necessary, so it's gonna be a really big job. Today's the day that they're bringing in a crane. We're about to get the steel right now lifted, placed in our backyard. Let's check it out. So steel day was one of the most exciting days because you actually start to see something happening. These steel beams right here is going to be responsible for holding up the entire deck. When I said it can hold up a freeway, this is what I was talking about. Pop it up. And get placed in the desired spots. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's start framing. It was so crazy seeing a crane in our driveway. And it's like, man, they gotta lift these steel beams over the house. We have one that's about 25 feet long at the longest point. Has to go over the house into the backyard. Someone has to be there strong enough to lift it and hold it in place and get it ready and bolt it in. So they're about to lift the steel right now over the house. My heart is pumping. He said it's cool. He said they're not gonna mess up the house. We're gonna see. Look at that thing. They got two of them as one. You can see the bottom. All right, so we got all the steel. I think they're about to try to put them all in one pile, put it all the way over the house so they can lower it down. We got the posts, we got the beams. Yo, we got a whole project under our belts, man. Hold on, quit playing with me. The back of my house looks crazy, man. Seeing it with no stucco and no deck right there. Look at that door. You just step out and just, oh, Father God. It's like some Final Destination type stuff right there. But yeah, you got the steel beam. They're communicating on that walkie-talkie right there, just telling them, lower, more to the left, more to the right, because the crane operator's on the other side of the house. He can't see anything. I thought that was really cool. What up, Blake? I'm about to come through, bro. What's good? About to sit on your new sofas. We got one in. We got a lot more to go. Let's stay tuned. This was kind of cool to see how they're welding on site. You cannot look into that directly because it will hurt the cornea and your eyes can be ruined. You can go blind from it. It's so bright. But yeah, again, I learned so much throughout this process. Right now they're bolting it in place, each one, and it's gonna look like something really soon. Stay tuned. This is crazy dope, guys. You know me, I had to get all the angles. I'm out every window like, yo, it's a crane in my front yard. Like I had to see it all. That crane is huge. You see that big steel beam hanging up right there? is going from the ground level all the way up to the 3rd level because we're gonna have a balcony on top of the deck. And this one is the big one. This is the one I was telling you about. It's 25 feet long, super custom. It's going across the entire level of the deck. So that's how long the deck will be from one end to the next. They have to place it, set it, weld it, and make sure that it's all level. So crazy. Meanwhile, they're cutting up the stucco because that's kind of where the floor is going to go. So right now they have to go ahead and cut the stucco so the beams can fit in, those steel beams can fit in right there. So one of these steel beams is a little bit too long. As you can see, he's cutting it on site, which is crazy. So they measured it, cutting it on site. They're hoping that it's perfectly level when he's done. So you have to heat the steel until it slices like butter, baby. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see. I can get up close and personal like this and being far away with that zoom.
I think we far enough away, bro. Don't trip. Construction.
I know y'all see that hoodie, the Black Coffee, the series. Make sure you guys check it out. I got some of the episodes available on my YouTube. Check it out. Black Coffee, the series. Gotta protect the eyes and a smile. So after they cut it, they're grinding it down, make sure it's nice and smooth, make sure it's nice and level. They're gonna go ahead and place the steel beam back on the piece that was cut. And let's see, we gotta make sure that this thing is level. I can't have no sloped deck. So go ahead, level that out, my boy, level that out. How we looking? Yee-hoo! We've been hearing banging and construction like this for the past 4 weeks. Oh my goodness. Every morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, like an alarm clock. The whole house is shaking. It's crazy. I'm excited. From here, 16 feet over. What do you think?
Good.
It's really good, right?
Whoa,
You feel your feet shaking? Oh, it's starting to look like something. This dude is he's a circus act. The way he's balancing up there, he's not scared of heights for nothing. But he's holding that steel beam. He's gonna place it on the other steel beam and weld it down. But yes, the whole thing's just taking form. Look at it, man. It's beautiful. I can see it. Out of my balcony window, you can see what's going to hold up the balcony, that big steel beam going across the top. Checking out the welding work, you can see how clean it is, making sure everything is tight and right. All right, still is done. They're starting to put them beams in, which is going to hold up the entire deck as well. These beams are very important as they're going to be connected to the joist to hold everything up. So we have officially started framing. Let's get it. All right, guys, stay tuned for the next video in this series. We are going to completely finish the framing. We're also going to push away our fence a little bit to our property line to give us a lot more space in our backyard. Don't miss it, guys. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next adventure on the Triplett Family Network. See you guys soon. Peace.